All of the colors are gone. A unicorn? Whoa, his mouth is open. Grabbing the purple magic. Try to guess what they think is drawing. A plum. Drop it in. Look at that purple. Wow, so cool. Draw a pumpkin outfit. Orange, blue jeans. Put in. What's the green snake? Green. Wow, pig. Drop it in. Wow, drill a key. Drop it in. Wow, the colors. This little dance. All the unicorns. Come over to say hi. Get on the trees. Wow, so happy. I want to say thank you. The colors back. Hi everyone. We have a brand new story for you guys, and it's called Unicolor Unicorn. Everything has been illustrated and created by GoGo Speech. I think you are really going to love this one because it's very similar to our story, The Great Rainbow Revival, which was a really big hit with the kids. So in this story, you and your kids are going to get to take a trip to a magical unicorn forest, but there's a big problem. All of the colors are gone. So you are going to have to help the adorable unicorn restore all of the colors and get things back to how they should be. This is a one resource activity that you can use with all of your kids by adjusting your presentation of it to target their goals. Like our other activities, you can use this resource as a tool to work on a wide range of speech and language skills. You can pick some repetitive phrases and verbal routines to use throughout that include target sounds and language goals to get lots of trials in. So I'm just going to quickly go through to show you what it looks like and provide you with some ideas on how you can use it in your sessions. We are going to start off with our magic doors. Open. Whoa, what's wrong? So you can see if your kids can identify first that all of the colors are gone. Everything we see is gray and dull. This is so weird. I wonder how that happened. A unicorn! So we can greet the unicorn and ask what its name is. This is Magic the unicorn, or you can give it a name that includes your child's speech sounds. Magic is looking around. Maybe you can ask him if he knows what happened to all the colors. He or she doesn't know. You can go back and forth between these two slides. You see something? Whoa, it looks like there's a magical stump, and it looks like some colored pencils and a notebook. I wonder what we're gonna do with it. His mouth is open. What is he doing? Grabbing the notebook and pencils. Now he's shrugging his shoulders. And you might try to think of what he's thinking about right now. Maybe he doesn't know what to do next. All the magic in the stump went away. What do you think we should do? And you can tell your kids that it's really important for us to work really hard to get all these colors back. I hope we find a way to fix this. Whoa, you see something in the stump? So you can call it purple magic or purple light or purple smoke or purple glow. So with all of these colors, you can use that same word, whatever you choose, based on the sounds that your child's working on. That is so cool. I wonder what the stump is telling us to do. Wait a second. The unicorn picked up the notebook and the purple pencil, and you can have your kids tell you what they think the unicorn is doing right now. So we might say, maybe he's drawing something that's purple. So this is great if you're working on categories and you can try to come up with a few different things that might be that color. Maybe you'll have your child think of 3 different things that can be purple. And then you might have your kids try to guess what they think the unicorn is drawing, and then they can see if they're right once it's revealed. My favorite part about this is that you can also work with your kids to come up with something that's purple and draw it together, or have them do their own drawing to help them bring the color back. So depending on what you want to do, you can just draw it yourself really quick right in front of the child after coming up with that item that you wanted to draw. Or especially if you're in person, it might be fun to have the kids create their own drawings. If you're a GoGo member, you will have lots of printables that I'll show you at the end of this video that will be great for this, but you can also just have the kids draw on little pieces of paper that you prepare before the session. So once you have your drawing done, you can ask the unicorn to show us what he drew to see if we picked the same purple item. And depending on what you're working on with your kids, you might say, show us magic, show us unicorn, or what did you draw? Let's see. Magic drew a plum. We drew a butterfly. That is pretty cool. We drew 2 different things that are purple. Maybe if we put our pictures in the magic stump, we'll get the colors back. I bet if we put both of these things in the magic stump, then maybe we'll get purple back in the forest. So we're going to see magic do the same sequence for each of these colors throughout the story. So we can use verbal routines, as I mentioned before. Maybe each time we need to get the picture, we say, get your drawing or grab your picture, and magic bites the picture. Now drop it in the magic stump. So you can take the picture that you drew as well, and you can pretend to drop it in. If you are virtual, you can fold it up, and you can actually just put it on the desk in front of you and pretend it's in your hand so that you can just open your hand to drop it in at the same time that you press the right arrow to move to the next slide so that magic drops this piece of paper into. Drop it in. Whoa, look at all that purple. Whoa, that was so cool. So as you can see, we got the color purple back, and you can talk about where the purple color appeared, the leaves on the tree, and Magic got some of his colors back too. The hair, the hooves, tail. So if you're doing in-person therapy, Instead of dropping the child's drawings into the stump in the story, you can have them drop it into maybe a paper bag or a container and do that at the same time that the unicorn drops his drawing into the stump. Go-Go members will actually get a printable stump to use that you'll see at the end of this video. Magic is really loving all the purple color here. Okay, so now we're ready for the next color. You might have your kids say, which color is next? Or maybe they'll say something to the stump like, show us a color. We're ready for a color. Let's see what's next. Whoa, we have to draw something orange. So you can have your kids tell Magic to pick up the orange pencil and pick up the notebook. Magic is drawing. I wonder what he's drawing. So again, you're going to guess what he might be drawing and you'll come up with an item or multiple items that are orange. So maybe my child came up with a pumpkin. So I drew a quick pumpkin. That was a good idea. I wonder if that's what Magic drew too. Should we check? And you can have your kids say, Magic, what did you draw? Or Magic, did you draw a pumpkin? Whatever you want to say based on what the child's working on. He did draw a pumpkin. We both drew a pumpkin. How cool is that? And you can compare the drawings and see if they look different. All right, grab the paper and you can have your kids say, ready, set, go, or drop it. Whoa, it worked. Look at all that orange. Wow, we got the color orange back. So make sure to use those repetitive phrases and verbal routines for each of these parts. There's a lot of repetition in this sequence, so it's a really great opportunity to use verbal routines each time that target your kids' goals. Blue. So just like purple and orange, we're going to go through and try to get blue. Pick up the blue pencil and notebook. What could he be drawing? A bluebird is blue. Magic, did you draw a bluebird? Let's see. Show us what you drew. What is that? Blue jeans? We didn't draw the same thing. Grab it, put in. Whoa, so much blue. All the blue is back in the forest. And now it's green. Have your kids tell him what to pick up. He's drawing something green. And you're going to draw something as well, or have the child draw, and then he's going to reveal what he drew. He drew a snake. Take the paper, drop it in. We have green. Wow, look at all the green. And pink, tell him what to pick up. You can guess what he's drawing. He drew a pig. Drop it in. Wow, that's a lot of pink. And you can see the scene gets brighter and more vibrant as we get more colors. And then yellow, or you can call it gold. And this is the last color in the story. You do the same sequence again. He drew a key, and for each of the items he draws, we can describe it. We can say what it's used for or what category it belongs to. So you can do that for all of those drawings that we did and drop it in. Whoa, it's so bright. Wow, look at all the colors. This is amazing. We got all the colors back. We saved the beautiful unicorn forest and we got Magic's colors back too. So you'll see Magic does a little dance here because he's so happy that we got all the colors back. It is so beautiful here. And he can keep dancing by going back and forth between these two slides. What? What's happening? All the unicorns? Wow, look at all the unicorns coming over to say hi. Some of them are floating down from the trees. Wow, they look so happy. I bet they want to say thank you for helping them get their colors back. Magic is so happy, and so are all his friends and family. So that's the end of this sweet little story. If you want, you can pause here on this last scene, and maybe you can think of what each of their names might be. You can think of names that include the child's sound and have that kind of a challenge for the child to think of those names. So I'm hoping you all have some awesome sessions with all of the drawing, all of the predicting, all the questions you can ask Magic throughout the story. Now, if you're signed up as a Go-Go member, you will also get access to some different printable PDFs that go along with this activity. These printable PDFs can be used in your in-person therapy or emailed over to the parents to be used at home during your virtual sessions. So Go-Go members will get a magical stump printable that can be glued to a piece of construction paper on the sides and the bottom, leaving the top open. And you can have your kids place their drawings into the stump each time the unicorn places his drawings into the stump in the story. So you can use this as a really hands-on way to interact with what's happening in the story. The printable stump can also be used after you complete the story with your kids. So you can target specific tasks in individual and in group sessions. So I added this goal targets PDF as a resource for members, and you can provide one to each child in individual sessions or in group sessions. And each time they pull one of the colors out of the stump, they complete the task for that color. And there's additional instructions and play ideas on that resource for you. Another printable for Go-Go members is a unicorn coloring page, and your kids can color the unicorn as each of the colors appear throughout the story. You can also use this along with the goal target pages as an additional component to that game. GoGo members will also get a printable unicorn poem writing activity, where you or the kids will fill in the blanks with the child's answers. So you can do it like this, having the child pick one item and one descriptive word to fill in the blanks, or you can have the child just list one item or a certain number of things that might be that color. Maybe you'll even have them try to find things in the room that are that color and then list it there in the blanks. And finally, we have a printable mini book for GoGo members that your kids will get to complete to promote carryover of skills learned and worked on throughout the story. The kids can use it to recall details and events and retell the story to their parents or their friends or teachers. The mini book goes through the main details of the story, and then it also includes an area for the child to include his or her own drawings for each of the colors. So while you can do this during the activity and draw them right on the pages, I recommend saving this for a post-story activity. You can have the kids attach their drawings that they made from the story right onto those pages. So if you do save that mini book for after the activity, then you'll get the opportunity for your kids to put their pictures in the stump while the unicorn does it too. So again, I hope you guys love this one. I'm really excited to hear about how it goes with all of your kids. I will see you all next time. Bye.